Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Brother D started showing up. Again with the boobs. So again, I'm gonna drop the hentai reference. Hentai. We are back with some more reading with Markyfbaby. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club, where I read to you fine people. I'm glad you've joined. I want to tell you a story. I want to continue a story about these fine young ladies right in front of me. We have Natsuki in the back there in pink, Yuri, baby girl Yuri. We have Monica, and we have Sayori. Beautiful women, all with beautiful literature capabilities. Definitely not a hentai. Trust me on this one. There's no sexual innuendo. There's nothing. All I'm gonna do is read. That's it. Hint. You can use the skip button to fast forward through text you've already read. Thank you there. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I've agreed to something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? I remember this. Okay, so I remember we always picked Yuri, but let's see if we pick Sayori first, because we got Sayori last time, so let's just keep on picking Sayori and see what happens. Maybe we'll save it, and then one day we'll go back to this and look at it, okay? Maybe we'll do that. So let's go pick Sayori. I gotta sneeze. Yo, I got played. I don't gotta sneeze. But I got that after sneeze effect, you know, where it's like, you feel like you still gotta sneeze, but you can't sneeze, and then your body feels all weird because you didn't sneeze when you should have sneezed. It made sense in my head. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Brother D. Oh my god, call me that again, brother. Brother Sayori, call me Brother D. Again. I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez, I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you didn't like it just because I wrote it? Huh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Brother D poem! Hee hee, it's a Brother D poem! Brother D. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Gosh, this is a hentai. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. I did read that right. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Brother D. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, wait, hold on. Just take a few steps back. What's his motive? See? Hentai. I told you. What's his motive? Hentai, all 4 girls, hentai. That's his motive. I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright. I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay. Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad, I want breakfast. Click outside poem area to continue. Okay. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Her little face. Who does this? I'm gonna do that next time I'm in a meeting and I forget something. They'll be like, oh yeah, Doki Doki. Definitely. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still try my best. It was actually a really good poem. Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Ah, yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever! Well, I guess I look forward to it. Who should I show my poem to next? Let's go with Yuri. Baby girl Yuri again. I haven't seen you. You haven't been part of the action, but it's okay. You got the first, 9 episodes I did with Doki Doki. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. So sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad. No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. And that concludes Yuri's TED Talk. This is a very intellectual game. That was something else. That was a monologue for sure. Like, they could do a movie on this, and that would have been a monologue. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. Explain, lady. Explain! I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. You have an opinion. That is okay. Lady. Brother. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Oh man, I thought I had to sneeze again, but I don't. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if there's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oh gosh, it's the handwriting that's very difficult to read. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm's breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. That was deep, but your boy's not good with metaphors, so I have no idea what that means. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. You have perfect handwriting, but like, not for this time. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read it. Well, it meant a lot. Like, there was a lot of things going on there. Like, you just can't, like, scrape the surface with that poem. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Hoo-hoo. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Brother D. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all, which we did. Which we definitely did. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you like that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Ooh, that was a clue for us. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Ooh, this is sounding very, insidious is the word, insidious. Let's go with Monica. Monica, say it slow, Monica. That's your only pass though. That's your only pass if you say it really slow. Okay? Okay. Hi, Brother D. Having a good time so far? Oh, yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we could do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Ahahahaha. Don't worry, Brother D. We're all a little bears today, you know? But it's that sort of berry that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had these sorts of things in common. Ah, well, we might be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that might be the case, but maybe there's a lot, but there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're reading it into it too much? Ahahaha. Ahahaha. Or I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions, like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each of their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of style, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Again, these are like hidden gems, clues that we have to pay attention to. Maybe we should save it now? Because maybe we have to make choices. So I imagine them laughing. Oh, Brother D. Brother D. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Not really. Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be very good. What? You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? That goes for everyone out there, dude. Fake it till you make it, but, you know, don't really fake it till you make it. Be it till you make it. You want to be not like this, alright? This is great, but you want to be like this. You see that? You see that freaking bicep, yo? Freaking popping out my medium shirt? That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun, but it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything, a hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. It sounds great. There's my input. So, what do you think? It's very freeform if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be very powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Really nice advice. Thanks for listening. All right, well, we got Natsuki next. Natsuki. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Sigh. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Is that like a haiku or something? It's very short. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. Haha, with their little vampire tooth there. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did ya? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you had to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Brother D did too. Don't put my name in your mouth. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change it anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Brother D liked my poem too. You know, he even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what Ooh, you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Brother D appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ooh. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Brother D started showing up. Again with the boobs. So again, I'm gonna drop the hentai reference. Hentai. Hentai, hentai, hentai. Hentai, hentai. Hentai, hentai. Hentai, hentai. Hentai, hentai. Hentai, hentai. I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Brother D started showing up. No, Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Brother D? She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Brother D. Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Brother D? Well... I don't know, stop it, I don't like pressure. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course, that's going to be, we're gonna pick Natsuki this time because we've been picking baby girl Yuri all the plenty of playthroughs we did last time, so Natsuki. Yuri, you're really talented. Well, but Natsuki has a point. I think that I rack my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with few words can be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader's imagination take over, and Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that. Yeah. It did, didn't it? Ha. Shows how much you know. That's not Natsuki. I think that's enough. Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me. Natsuki's voice whines. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing, and sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticism can lead to something pretty heated. I glance over my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Yeah, so? You don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise. Thanks for noticing. She finally mutters that barely audible. Yuri. Yuri looks at me dejectedly. Stop, your boobsies. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said, so you don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so. Hey, it's not like you don't need to apologize for me, Brother D. Sheesh. Natsuki takes a breath. The thing about... What is it? Natsuki glances around the room. Would everyone stop staring at me? Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time with it than she boasted. Sayori and Monika look away. Anyway, the thing about your boobs, I didn't mean it, okay? That's all. Okay. Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with me. Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri. Sayori? Hentai. I'll go make some tea. Oolong tea? Huh? I was just trying to help. I'm sure she appreciated it. Sayori? I pat Sayori on the shoulder. Well, now that we're past that, everyone's read each other's poems, right? I hope that it was worthwhile for everyone, especially you, Brother D. And to be honest, it's a nice change of pace from lazing around we got a little too used to. Ah ha 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 ha. Ah, so my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere. No, not at all. Not at all. There's still time before we go home, so we'll all relax for a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do a literature-related things in the club room, so maybe you can take the chance to pick up a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for. I disagree, Monica. Huh? About what? That's not the most important thing about the literature club. The most important thing is having fun! Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori. Hi. In the end, though, Monica's right. Being in the literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, but mostly. Brother D, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poem will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Brother D, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Hi. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori? What about what happened earlier? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Brother D, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught onto the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Stop, Brother D. We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Alright, let's go do the poem. Let's find like hard words, okay? No hard words here except maybe meager, atone, entropy, da ba da boo ba da bim bim bam. Dude, there's no hard words here. Fantasy, contamination, incapable, kawaii, incongruent, peaceful, climax. Oh, Yuri, of course you like the climax. Parfait. Is it parfait or parfait? Marshmallow. Suicide. Oh, Yuri, stop. Doki Doki. Heaven sent. Effulgent. Or is it effulgent? Disarray. Melody. Death. Dazzle. Oh, I should have saved it, yo! Oopsies. Okay, so we're gonna end it here. Really good time to end it. I'm gonna end it like every time I pick a poem. It should be before though, actually. Maybe after, I don't know. But I should have saved it. I should have definitely saved it. My bad, my freaking bad. Guys, things are getting heated. I kind of know the storyline, but I don't really remember the storyline, especially that we're picking different choices. So it's not all about baby girl Yuri anymore. We got Natsuki, Sayori, and Monica, and I think we're gonna head our way towards Sayori. If you know what happens, shh. I know what happens, but like, shh. But like, I know what happens at the end of one part, but I don't know anything after that part. I deleted the game, so I don't know. And I didn't know that all your save data gets deleted. So, whatever. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that episode. Markyfbaby out. I'll see you on the next episode. Peace. Stop. Everyone stop. Everyone just stop. Stop it. Stop. My moves are too good for you.
Nothing can stop us now. Okay.